2.5 minutes remaining in practice. Right now, Richard Elliott, Cameron Craighead, James Weir, Stephen Scott Jr., Justin Johnson, and now Joseph Allen. They've all posted a lap. $50 laps on deck night for the MMS Donator Series. Elliott coming back in. Of course, Richard Elliott with his lap of 52.439, fastest right now. Casey Sprinkle, he's going to come in hot, going to try to practice his pit stops. Probably going to be a big thing tonight if we can get a fuel run in. Sixth driver has posted laps. 13 drivers on deck for tonight so far. There'll still be plenty of time. You get 10 minutes, I believe, to post one lap. Yep, 10 minutes, one lap. Well, Jerry Hayes just now pulling out onto the racetrack, but time will expire. That number 7 was rocking. It's an awesome paint job. The 14 drivers on deck tonight. Austin Herbert just joined in. Still time for some other ones. So for those of y'all wondering what this is pretty much... This is pretty much where the upcomers, they can get, not really upcomers, but really, I don't know how to really word it, but only a select few are chosen for this. Drivers that don't normally be able to go to victory lane a lot of the time is what I'm trying to get to here. Gives them an opportunity to get out. Also with some drivers been doing this a while, try to help teach the younger ones to learn the ropes. Similar to how HGR rolls. It's pretty much what it boils down to. So right now, Stephen Scott Jr. on the racetrack. He should be the first one to post a lap. Right behind him, James Waring, who will be carrying one of all the Fords. Will be carrying the new hood cam that was made prior to the broadcast. Really need to do that for the trucks and Xfinity, but James Waring, the first one to carry the new hood cam for the Ford Tauruses. Of course, Chevrolet already had theirs. So Scott Waring, the 00 of Michael Barksdale, who right now is the fastest of the 3 drivers to go through the first sector, first half of the racetrack. They will be the first ones to post a lap. Cameron Craighead will be the 4th one. Just coming to the line to start his lap. But Stephen Scott Jr. to set the bar. Survey says immediately get knocked off. 5:32 for James Waring. Barksdale with a 480. We'll go back into Cameron Craighead now. Right now, Cameron, we're going to need a little bit more off a turn 4 here through the tribal to have a shot at the pole. Going to cut the apron. Cameron Craighead, is it enough for the pole? Survey says it is not. It is good enough for third with a 5:42 for Cameron. Gordon Spain will be coming to start his lap with just under 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. The winner from HGR trying to sweep the night on Sunday. Casey Sprinkle just rolling that onto the racetrack, and Jared Haynes is about to start his lap. Well, right now, Gordon Spain in the ballpark. It's still going to need a little bit more to knock Michael Barksdale off the pole. He's going to have a great exit of 4 and through the trioval. At the line, Gordon Spain, not enough. 5th quickest with a 5:81. Jared Haynes now. Well, Haynes, like the other ones, needing a great pickup. Don't know if it's going to be enough. The 5:53 and is not 4th quickest. Well, there's anybody that could knock Michael Barksdale off the pole right now. Casey Sprinkle, one of them. He's already started his lap. Well, right now, Sprinkle in the same ballpark. It's going to need a little bit more. We'll need a great exit here. For Casey Sprinkle, choosing not to cut the apron. For the front row, is it enough? Survey says a 4:85. It is not. 0.5 of a second the difference. Well, 4 minutes remaining. Richard Elliott. Justin Johnson now rolling out onto the racetrack. King and Michael Barksdale for a quick interview here. No, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to because Michael Barksdale not in the Discord server at the moment. Elliott's lap starts now, so does Justin Johnson's, with just under 3.5 minutes remaining. Well, right now, Elliott and Johnson both going to need some pickup here. Michael Barksdale laid down a heater of a lap at the line. Richard Elliott, good enough for second. 0.1 of a second off. Johnson will slide into 7th. Elliott's lap of 481. Johnson's lap of 563. Well, the track has fell silent with just under 2 minutes remaining. Just over 2 minutes remaining, I should say. With Kenneth and Joshua McCullough, Austin Herbert, Joseph Allen, and John Ward yet to post a qualifying lap. While we wait. Well, all right now, top 9 as they stand. Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott, Casey Sprinkle, James Waring, Cameron Craighead, Jared Hayes, Justin Johnson, Steven Scott Jr., and Gordon Spain. A minute and a half remaining. Oh, 49 seconds. Michael Barksdale will be on the pole. So you can't get him in here. Michael Barksdale, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Sure do.
Well, buddy laid down a heater of a lap time. Almost got knocked off by Richard Elliott and Casey Sprinkle, but nonetheless, you survived tonight. I want to ask you, do you feel like tonight going like a standard MMS race as far as the car goes? Do you feel like some gridlock might be a concern, or do you feel like, well, like we just saw with the HGR race and how the Gen 6 gives you freedom, do you feel like these drivers and yourself are going to have the same freedom tonight with the Gen 4s?
I think we'll have the freedom, and I got just a wild hunch it's going to be a clean race. Don't have anything to back that up. I just got the vibe.
Well, buddy, as far as tonight goes, what's it going to take to keep the 00 out front?
Each man for himself, and no one teaming up to pass him at the end.
All right, buddy. I'll let you get down there and get ready for a start here.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Michael Barksdale starting from the front row tonight. 14 drivers on deck. We'll go through the starting grid. So Michael Barksdale on pole. Richard Elliott starting second. Missed it by 1/1000th of a second. Casey Sprinkle 4/4,000th of a second off. James Waring starting fourth. Cameron Craighead fifth. Jared Haynes, Justin Johnson, Steven Scott Jr., Gordon Spain, John Ward, Joshua McCullough, Austin Herbert rounds out the fast 12. Try this one more time here. Okay, there we go. And then round out the field, Kenneth McCullough and Joseph Allen rounds out the 14-car field for tonight. So another shootout type of deal. Not a lot of cars, but I ain't gonna stop this crowd from giving us a great race. somebody real quick before we head out here. Get Steven Scott Jr. up in the booth. I ain't interviewed him. Steven Scott Jr., Garrett Jennings up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, sure do.
Well, buddy, made your return back to the HGR and now MMS tonight. I want to ask, what's it going to take to put this car in victory lane?
Well, the way it seems right now, it's going to take a bunch of fuel saving to get on track with the fuel mileage first, and like always, stay out of trouble.
Well, buddy, one more question, then I'll let you get going here. Do you feel like we're going to see a similar race with the Gen 4s like we just saw with the Gen 6 as far as drivers really being able to do what they want, put the cars where they want them, not really be gridlocked?
Yes, I feel like that because last night, these cars last night too, I think it'd be a pretty good race. You'd be able to get a third line and keep it going.
All right, buddy, we'll drop you back down, let you get going here. Best of luck to you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right, with that being said, Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott brings them down to the United Rentals restart zone. The main event for tonight. We're rolling. Down back straightaway, Barksdale and Sprinkle hold the bottom lane with Cameron Craighead. Jared Haynes will fall into fourth. Justin Johnson slides back into fifth. They come off turn 4. Single file out for the most part. Gordon Spain, Richard Elliott started second, will slide back to 7th. At the line, give it to Barksdale. You heard Tim Scott say he felt like a lot of fuel saving was going to be the plan tonight. Right now, Craighead, Ward, James Ware, and Oscar Herbert now trying to make that second lane come to life. Craighead's going to drop right back in front of Justin Johnson back to the bottom. But meanwhile, Barksdale's going to lead him around to lead lap 2. Down back straightaway. Waring and Herbert now still trying to make that outside lane work. Nobody going with them. I think right now people's just going to try to save fuel for the moment. Go ahead and get out the way. 8 laps longer than what the HGR race was. Well, Ward's going to jump up to the outside lane again, and Ward wants to get to the front. Got Ware right behind him. His teammate, so to speak. Right now, Barksdale leads with 47 to go. The other thing is they ain't going to really be able to push a lot with these cars. Can only push for about a lap, maybe 2 at best, before you got to get off before they start overheating. Right now, still Barksdale leading. Sprinkle, Craighead, and side by side for fourth between Haynes and Ward, but they are the top 5 at the moment. A great run out through the trouble for John Ward. Sprinkle saw it and immediately jumped up to cover Ward. Casey Sprinkle wanting the lead down the back straightaway. Ward and Sprinkle now will jump down 1 and 2, wearing up to third. Barksdale will be shifted back to fourth. Side by side off of 4 again for about 5th on back. Right now, just mentioned at the top of the show, the 4s now have their own hood cam, and right now you're right on board with James Waring. Right now, not really much fuel saving right now for what it sounds like. They're going aboard the dashboard here. Big run off of 4. And right now about 194 mile an hour. As you look at the field again, outside lane, still got Austin Herbert, Justin Johnson, and now Richard Elliott occupying it. Here they come with a run through the tri-oval. Seems like you can really get a run through the tri-oval better than what you can off of turns 2. Turn 4 is really what allows it. If you can hold it, if you can be able to hold the speed through travel off of 4, you'll really get a great shot at it as they work their way down the back straightaway again. Right now, Sprinkle's still a leader. Right now, fastest lap of the race so far tonight. Give it Joshua McCullough, lap 5 with a 48.598. Of course, McCullough, the inaugural winner of this series. Casey Sprinkle, matter of fact, came close to winning it. Came up just a little bit short. With 42 to go, right now top 5 as they run. Casey Sprinkle, John Ward, James Waring, Michael Barksdale, Cameron Craighead. Well, right now, like we said earlier, just fuel saving right now for the most part. Long way to go, short field. It's going to be tougher to save fuel for some of these drivers. Some of them look like they want to get up there and race a little bit. Craighead and Jared Haynes, along with Elliott and William Scott, or Stephen Scott Jr., I should say. Joshua McCullough and Kevin McCullough back there lying in wait. The 05 and the 8. Try to make something happen. Run on board with Kenny now. Right now you see the run that they got down the back straightaway, a massive run as a matter of fact. Enough for Haynes and Craighead to take over the top spot. Start outside pole, really not been a factor up till now. Storming up the outside lane. Richard Elliott trying to take the lead down the back straightaway. Of course, right now it's track position wise. If you ain't gonna save gas, at least put yourself in a position where you got good track position when the pit stop does come. And really, that's what I think a lot of these drivers are trying to do at the moment. Right now, 12 drivers in this lead pack. Justin Johnson and Joseph Allen have lost the draft. Right now, 13th and 14th, 2 seconds, making 3 seconds behind this lead pack as Richard Elliott takes the lead. And works down the back straightaway. Right on board with Cameron. Get a good look at Jared Haynes' Monte Carlo. That is a wild paint job. I'm just going to say it. I really dig the paint job. Right on board with Jared Haynes now, as a matter of fact. Line number 7 is a beauty, it really is. And of course, Jared's shown great speed. The last couple races that we've had have not been able to get the job done. It's the night tonight. Jared Haynes returns to victory lane. Casey Sprinkle, another one trying to return to victory lane. Been a bit of a drought since the last time we saw Casey win a race. Elliott up to the middle lane, gonna cut right back down to the bottom. Well, you see Steven Scott, Kenneth, Austin, and Gordon Spain all still trying to make that outside lane work. 14, working lap 14, 13 in the books, 37 to go. Richard Elliott to the lead. Well, he has led 3 laps. Make it 4 now. I think as far as return to victory, I think Richard Elliott's. I think Elliott's got a great car tonight. I think everybody's really in contention when you come to Daytona and Talladega, but you can tell the guys who position themselves at the front, lead the most laps, that nothing outrageous happens. They are pretty much going to be the ones to decide this race, as now Steven Scott Jr. with a push from Kim McCullough to the lead. Now McCullough's going to try to pull that outside lane, make something happen. John Ward will jump right behind Gordon Spain to give him a little bit of assistance as they come off of turn 4 again. Well, McCullough's not let a lap all night. Going to try to settle that dispute right now at the line. Give it to McCullough. Right now, side by side through 1 and 2. Well, there's where the outside lane is really going to get that run down the back straightaway. Or at least going to attempt to get it right now, side by side. Give the edge to McCullough just a little bit. Well, now McCullough's clear. A big push from Austin Herbert now to the back of McCullough. And Austin's going to go down the track, so will McCullough now. Spain and Ward to work that outside lane again. Gordon Spain with Ward all over his back bumper with Cameron Craighead. Gordon Spain will lead this lap. And now they singled it fouled right back out. now. Exactly 1-2 of how the HGR race ended, with Gordon Spain and John Ward leading. I don't think they're going to get away with it as easily as what they got in the HGR race, of course. Like 19th second between them and the third place car. I don't think it's going to be that easy tonight. But right now, as it stands, look at the Raging Idiot Racing Network pit strategy link. Right now, 17 laps for everybody. My take is they'll probably be in anywhere from 18 to, put it nicely, lap 25. Kind of opens up the range to go further than that. My hat's off to them. Down and back straight away. Biggest moves at the race so far since the start of this event. Ken McCullough up 9 spots where he started. Gordon Spain, John Ward up 8. Austin Herbert now up 7. They're the biggest movers of tonight's race so far. Long way to go. Here they come. Lap 19. And everybody's going to get on pretty good. You see at the bottom, some of the drivers will show their pit stop times at the bottom. Well, no black flags. We'll focus back in to the leaders. Right now, Kenneth and Joshua McCall leads. Richard Elliott, Jared Haynes, and Casey Sprinkle down the back straightaway. Throw James Waring in there in the 6th spot. 8.2 seconds for Gordon Spain, 8.3 for Ward. Well, here comes the McCulloughs, Elliott, Sprinkle, Haynes, and James Waring. Well, now we're going to pull up the track map. You're actually going to see that 38 at the top of the screen. That is the gap that they have to these drivers on pit road. Really going to be interesting to watch and see where they come out as right now. All you got is Gordon Spain, John Ward, and Cameron Craighead now. We go back to McCullough. They're already rolling. Gordon Spain there will get caught up to him as they go full song down the back straightaway. Well, seeing there they are right into view. So Gordon Spain, John Ward, Cameron Craighead will take back the top 3 spots. Looks like Cameron's kind of lost the draft right to Ward. Good news is McCullough and others right behind him. Oh, Cameron's coming back in. Black flag. Too fast exiting for Cameron Craighead along with James Waring as well. Oh, James Waring spun in the grass. Waring spun in the grass, keep it straight, but a bad break has turned into a worse situation. I'll tell you one thing, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad for Ward and Spain if that second group catches them. So we know that lap. So we know 19 to 20 laps is the distance. So at least, so another pit stop is in the near future. You see now that second pack has caught up. That second pack has caught to the back bumper award in Spain. So now, right now, 2, 4, 6, 8 drivers still in contention for this race as we are approaching halfway in the next couple of laps. 27 to go. Right now, Waring gonna go one lap down. Is gonna blend right in behind William or Steven Scott. Like, quit getting them too confused. That'd be nice. So still Spain leads, scoring Spain, the winner for the HGR race. Led 7 laps so far tonight, the most out of any driver. Casey Sprinkle right behind him at 5 laps led, a tie for third between Richard Elliott and Michael Barksdale at 4. 26 to go. It's not over with yet. Still another pit stop to go. Cameron Craighead 1 lap down. James Waring 2 laps down. Joseph Allen actually hooked up with the 48. Off the pace by 30 seconds. Justin Johnson right behind him, who would be the next driver to go 1 lap down. Well, Michael Barksdale, Casey Sprinkle lost the draft themselves. Right now 11 seconds off the main group. That's pretty much through the field as far as the top 8 goes, which is Spain, Ward, Joshua McCullough, Jared Haynes, Kenneth McCullough, Richard Elliott, Austin Herbert, James Waring, who is 2 laps down now, and Steven Scott Jr. We'll see Austin going to jump up to the outside lane. So will Steven Scott with him. But Scott about 4 or 5 car lengths back. James Waring's going to go with them, and now going to get a little bit racy here. So 2 by 2, but right now bottom lane holding the advantage. Austin Herbert now for the lead. Down the back straight away. He's got it. Push for Steven Scott Jr. James Waring, of course, 2 laps down. Well, James, I thought was going to blend back in between them. Evidently thought nothing of it. But for the first time tonight, officially, Austin Herbert now is going to lead with 22 to go. We'll single file out for a moment. 22 to go. We'll reiterate the pit strategy length here. About another 10 laps, just 9 to 10 laps, say at least, they will be back in. Well, you already saw the effects having a bad pit stop, whether it's penalty or whatever be the reason for James Waring and Cameron Craighead both 1 and 2 laps down. Speaking of which, Justin Johnson, you're right on board. You see the field just now entering the trove. Johnson will be in the next car 1 lap down unless there is a caution. Well, knock Cameron out of the top spot for the free pass. You're right on board now with Stephen Scott Jr. Right now, still back at Joseph Allen, still just him and Cameron for the moment. Barksdale and Sprinkle still 11 seconds off the field, but really have not lost a lot of ground. Sure, it's 11 seconds, but they're not bleeding time. 19 to go. See Justin Johnson going to jump out to that third lane, and he will. They ain't going to try to fight. He's going to try to blend back in line as fast as he can. You see Austin jumps back up to the outside lane again. Right now, Gordon Spain's led 10 laps, running in second. Stephen Scott Jr. has only led 3 so far, 18 to go. We'll expect pit stops coming up here pretty soon, at least with anywhere from, I would think, 10 or 11 laps to go. You're right in the line. They're only going to keep a single file until after they pit. Then the ones who can make it on the pit road on and off perfectly will be the ones who determine how this race goes from here on out. You see now Austin's going to jump right up behind the lap car of Justin Johnson. He's going to do everything he can to make that outside lane work. 16 to go. Pit stop's coming up within the next 3 to 4 or 5 laps or so. It's really going to shape the complexion of this race. Top 5 still as they run. Steven Scott, Gordon Spain, John Ward, Joshua McCullough has moved back into the top 5. And Austin Herbert now, well, Austin kind of lost draft and pace with Justin Johnson. He'll blend back. Oh, almost cut Swearing off. What a save. Well, that's about to be big. And they keep it straight. Right now, fastest lap of the race now belongs to Kenneth McCullough. Lap 9 with a 48.544. Well, Kenny right now running in the 6th spot as they stand. Of course, went an extra lap further than what some of the other ones did. Well, 27 of Allen and Cameron Craighead are in this time. We ought to be expecting Ward and several other ones in this time. Do they do it? Nope. Stay out. Then they're trying to go further than what they did. Justin Johnson is in this time, though. And Johnson, black flag. Too fast entering. Well, here comes Ward. Ward, Scott, Gordon Spain, Austin Hobart now. They get on the pit road pretty good. Well, this will be the race right here. If they can execute this flawlessly, these four should be in for the winning tonight. Pull up track map. Michael Barksdale exits back out onto the racetrack. Casey Sprinkle just ahead of him. Well, McCullough will stay out just a little bit longer. They went an extra lap beforehand, but this time they chose to go another 2 laps. Sprinkle fall right back in line. Well, 10 to go. When they decide to pit is when they decide. Well, here comes the rest of the field. The McCulloughs, Elliott, Jared Haynes, Casey Sprinkle in. Not sure why Sprinkle. Kenneth McCullough, black flag. Too fast entering. Well, the night will be done for Kenneth McCullough. But now we'll pull up the track map again. Because this is now what I wanted to see. Well, what worked out perfectly for Ward the last time. Well, right there, the hood with Justin Johnson. Austin Herbert with them. Gordon Spain lost the draft to them. It's all about execution on and off pit road. Well, they're going an extra lap. That hurt John Ward in Austin. Or pit one lap earlier. No, it has not, because here they come. We'll take off the track map. Right now, Joshua McCullough, your leader. No drafting help. That's the only bad thing. Oh, McCullough gets turned hard into the wall. This changes everything. Good grief. You know who it's going to save? It's going to save Kenneth McCullough. It's also going to save Casey Sprinkle, who will get the free pass. Big damage to the front of that car. And we are under caution for the first time tonight. And it comes with 8 laps to go, make it 7. What has happened to Joshua McCullough? Go for the crash chopper cam. It's going to be a big run to the from the 82 to the 05 and just bang. I mean, dang. Chester runs. He gave him a shot. That was for damn sure. Look back at this one more time. Right there looking to run and bam. And pow, hard into the wall. Right on board with Joshua McCullough. For the gap they have, I don't know if Justin was trying to just give him a light push or if didn't realize the run was bigger than the way he thought and had time to step out, but I mean full throttle lifted his wheels up off the ground and heavy impact into the safer barrier. Well, there you see McCullough making a long trip down on the pit road. Okay, Sprinkle will be back on the lead lap. Right now under caution, be going back to green more than likely with 4 laps to go. for it again. John Ward, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth, buddy. Got a copy?
Oh, I got you, Garrett.
Well, buddy, that was going to be perfect for you, and then the caution came out. But
Yeah, yeah, it was. We was gonna pick up Josh there, and I guess Justin gave him too big a hit there and sent him off the track. But yeah, we did a good stop there. I was gonna try to maybe get with Josh and break away from him, but this changes everything.
it brings everybody back in with a fresh pit stop. 11 cars will be on the lead lap when you go back to green. What's it going to take to hold off the hungry field? Because you got about, let's see, you got three drivers trying to return to victory lane. You got your teammate back in 5th trying to pull the 2 in a row. And then you got a bunch of other hungry ones all looking to get back to victory lane. How are you going to hold off them?
I tell you what, it ain't gonna be easy, Garrett. These guys know that I'm fast, and they're probably gonna try to work against me here, so it's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna try and see what I can do. My teammate's a little far back, but last time he left me on the last lap, so I can't really count on him.
No, sir, buddy. Best of luck to you. We'll let you get ready here.
You got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Austin Herbert, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth, buddy. You got a copy? Try this one more time. Austin Herbert, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy with me, buddy? I need to try to get his microphone fixed. We'll drop him back down, let him get going, get ready here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see, who have I not interviewed? What a re-rack it. John Ward, Austin Herbert, Jared Haynes, Richard Elliott, Gordon Spain, Stephen Scott Jr., Michael Barstow, Joshua McCullough, Joseph Allen, Kenneth McCullough, Casey Sprinkle. The drivers on the lead lap who are still in contention for this race. 4 laps to go. We're rolling. For the outside lane, Naada wrecking, McCullough wearing, Johnson hard into the wall. Joshua McCullough involved in this one again. Oh, there's more back there. Justin Johnson, massive damage. James Waring as well. One fast repair already done for Justin Johnson. Good, McCullough looks like he got through it. Massive, massive damage. Austin Herbert as well. Meatball. Oh my God. Ah, there went the wheel. Kind of need that. Regardless. Austin had a great race going. It will not be the finish that he wanted. It will put us into overtime for the first time in this series. Well, what in the world will happen as Austin will take a fast repair? His only fast repair. Well, let's see what happened. Oh, sorry, it's got a thing. But really, let's just set this all the way back up to the coming to the green. Just listen in. Nothing really sounds out the ordinary. They're already wrecking behind you. Go aboard with Casey Sprinkle. You know, he got involved in this, or had to take evasive action. Well, you don't. Well, you see, Austin. I think Austin may have been late from second to third, but regardless, we'll get them all stacked up, and from there, So McCullough, Joshua gets turned. See who turned him here. James Waring. Run on board with James. Yeah, but saying, oh my God, James Waring up and over. And kept going like nothing happened. Man, oh man. Front of blimp. Let's show us how all this unfolded. All right, there's the checkout. It is not taking much from there. Justin Johnson, nothing he could do. Slammed into the wall. Cameron Craig will get the free pass. It'll be the first of 3 overtimes. Lights around on the pace car. See if we can get Joseph Allen in here. Joseph Allen, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, bud, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Well, from losing the draft and spending the majority of the race in the back to now in 5th with a shot to win it, what's it going to take to seal the deal on this number 27 iRacing Chevrolet?
I got to hook up to the right horse, figure out who I'm going to stay behind, and hopefully push some money up there and try and stay out of trouble. That's going to be the biggest thing. Hook it to the right horse and get a little lucky.
Well, buddy, it's going to be a dogfight from here on out. Do you expect to have another overtime attempt, and if you do, how's the fuel situation going to look?
Yeah, I think fuel won't be a problem. But yeah, I think we're probably going to see another one here. These guys is all racing hard to try and get it right here. So yeah, I think a very good chance we can be doing this again.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you. Let you get back going here.
All right, bud. Thank you.
Yep. So to re-rack the field, John Ward, Jared Hayes, Gordon Spain, Michael Barksdale, Richard Elliott, the top 5. Actually, Joseph Allen will be the top 5. Then from there, Elliott, McCullough, Scott, Sprinkle, also Herbert, Joshua McCullough, Cameron Craighead. I don't think he's going to get back to the pack in time. Oh, he is. We're rolling. Well, 2 laps to settle it. Haynes immediately jumps up to the bottom. Here comes Ward with his teammate Gordon Spain on the bottom. Well, Ward, that's what Ward wants to see. He wants to see his teammate, but he left in the last race, so don't know if he might do it again. Well, John Ward had a great week last week. 3 races on the Raging Idiot Racing Network that he won. And now, as they're going to go 3 wide for the first time tonight. No, they might make it back to the start-finish line, but I doubt they'll make it back to the checker without somebody getting turned through the tri-oval. Oh, Austin gets turned by McCullough. No caution, we stay green. We'll look back up 4 wide. Oh, there they go. Oh, Barksdale upside down. McCullough's in it. Haynes is in it. Meanwhile, we'll focus back in on the leaders. Gordon Spain, does he make the move? Does Joseph Allen make the move, or will John Ward get redemption from HGR tonight in MMS? We're going to find out right here. Gordon's going to make it wide. He's going to look to the outside of Ward. He's going to do it again. Joseph Allen looks to the outside at the line. Sweep, get the broom. Gordon Spain sweeps Sunday night. In the exact same way that he did it earlier. So like I always say, you have teammates to the last lap. Joseph Allen, 2nd place. John Ward, 3rd. Stephen Scott, Casey Sprinkle, the top 5. Well, Gordon and Spain doesn't get any better. Let him burn it down, and then he'll get to burn this one down, unlike the last one. Let's get Gordon Spain up in here. Gordon Spain, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, get the broom and start sweeping. It's the Sunday sweep, MMS and HGR night. Does it get any better?
Man, this is awesome. Yeah.
Indeed.
I've been waiting for that first win, and hell, sweep tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to say this. You probably going to have to do a lot of begging for John Ward to trust you again after tonight.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. I love John, but
No, you don't.
shit, I'm glad. Glad we worked together, and I got to go for the win.
I don't
I
blame
tried everything I could to at least to where he didn't finish no worse than 2nd, but looks like he fell back behind Joseph.
Well, it's like I always say, you have teammates until the last lap, and hell.
Yeah, man.
I've been left out more times than can be counted. Well,
Definitely wouldn't put him in a bad position, but I had to go for that checkered.
Well, just take me through the whole night. Looked like a pretty patient night. Pit road showed how important it was tonight, but then that last caution kind of got everybody saved. Just take me through your night. Really, what did it take to get get into the position to sweep tonight?
Well, first pit stop went great. Second pit stop, I overshot my box a little bit and lost a top 5. And so I was kind of grateful for that caution coming out, or I'd have never been up there. And from there, just starting up front and had a chance.
Well, buddy, hell of a night for you tonight. By God, hey, how much did you get for an HGR? Like $40, something like that?
30.
30. Gonna walk out of here with probably 60 or 70 tonight. How about letting me hold $1?
Hey, big man, I'll let you hold $1.
Okay, well, sounds good to me. Last question, and of course the most obvious question coming.
Good.
Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks to Kenneth and MMS putting this on, you for broadcasting, and everybody that shows up every night to race.
All right, buddy. Gordon Spain tonight will sweep the Sunday night, walk into the new week with some extra money in his pocket. Congratulations, buddy. And who knows, 3 in a row coming up.
Hey, we'll go for it.
All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Yep. Well, that being said, good old Joseph Allen in here. Got to be happy walking out of here second. Joseph Allen, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. Got another copy?
Yeah, yes, sir. How you doing, bud?
All right, buddy. Well, I was sitting here wondering, was it going to be you or Gordon to make the move on Ward? We got our answer.
It was all 3 of them. Both of them.
My buddy.
Yeah. We I saw the shot to jump out there once he jumped out, so just climbed up there and it worked out for me.
Well, like we mentioned only about 2 minutes ago, was a very quiet night for you up to the end. Just take me through the night. What did you think was the biggest challenge or aspect for this race tonight? We saw obviously pit roads equally challenging in its own right, but we saw a lot tonight where it just seemed like that outside lane really wasn't strong unless you were really able to get off of turn 2 with as much momentum as you can carry. On the opposite side of the track, though, it seemed like the tri-oval will really give drivers a great run off. Just what do you think was the biggest aspect tonight?
Well, I think for me especially, staying awake was my biggest problem, riding around back there in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the cars on that top line, you really got to have 3 or 4 good guys hooked up together up there really to make it work in these cars. If one guy's off a little bit, it'll kill the whole lane. And that was the biggest problem I kept hearing most of the guys saying tonight. And so yeah, that's why I planned on just staying on the bottom the whole time right there at the end. Most time I'll try and go out, but yeah, I was gonna hang on that bottom.
So sort of split pretty much between being gridlocked, but you do got the freedom like you would have. You got the freedom like you would in the Gen 6, but you got to work a little bit more for it compared to the Gen 6 as far as building runs and all that down the back straightaway.
Absolutely. Them other ones get a lot bigger run in them, but they also dissolve quick in those as well. So, but yeah, it was a fun race tonight, and yeah, I had a lot of luck on my side tonight.
Well, buddy, last question coming up. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, y'all for broadcasting this thing. Thank Kenny for putting this thing on. Heath Job for my paints. He does a good job. Keep me looking good out there, even if I ain't winning. But yeah, I appreciate all the guys that are in here. It's a good group of guys, man. Good attitudes, not real toxic, and I love everything that's going on right now.
All right, buddy. Joseph Allen will walk out of here finished in second. Best of luck to you in the next one, buddy. Hopefully we'll talk to you again.
All right, but thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, how about the next question coming up for this guy? John Ward, have you developed any trust issues tonight?
Hey. Yeah. I guess it's racing. Gordon said he was wanting some wins. He could just see the wins there. I mean, whatever. It's team racing, and I was hoping he'd push me to a win eventually, but I guess he's wanting to get him some wins there. I ain't gonna block him or shove him in the wall or nothing. So,
Well,
but yeah,
best way to start out the week for him. Sweep the HGR MMS races together. Of course, you're no stranger to doing that, but just take me through the race. Ultimately, I felt like the downfall was the second caution of the race tonight. Kind of set the tone for something to happen. Just take us through your night. Tell us how hard was it to really formulate runs and get passes, and ultimately, just was there anything you felt like you could have done different at the end?
It was a fairly good race from the start where everybody got going. I think we got a pit stop in, and we had that yellow right after the pit stop when Josh got ran over there. But it was a good race. Everybody could get runs. The top side would run if you got a good push, and I knew it was going to be a good green-white checker there. In Discord, we had a bunch of guys. I know me and Gordon were on the same team, but we had guys in the Discord working with us, and we were all lined up on the bottom. So our plan was to just push and get a good start, and it kind of worked out after they was wrecking, and it was just a bunch of teamwork there. At the end, I don't know. I wasn't too happy with Gordon. Because both races he done me like that. But I told him about it. He said he's gonna be a better teammate. But after thinking about it, I'm like, wait, what's he gonna let me win? It's just it is what it is. If you're a driver, you want to win, and I get it and stuff like that. But
dude, I went 3 years on the PS5, my first ever league with the boys from Inspire, different name back then, but I went 2 or 3 seasons without winning. Felt like an eternity. Having good cars up there and just nothing panning out. But I want to ask you, though, going forward, what's the plan for 92 coming off of a 3-win week last week? Momentum's hot right now for the 92.
Yeah. I hope to keep it going. I've been really I got some upgrades on my computer. Been getting really good in the zone, and it's really helping. I'm racing a lot and getting more focus, and I'm gonna try to do good things and get some more people on the team and see if we can expand and get some better racing and a lot more drivers in here.
Well, buddy, last 2 questions for you. You want to say new drivers? Could there be a possibility that Dega Pro's been getting a broadcast every week for their series running up, or is it just pretty much a team thing?
Right now it's pretty much a team thing, but I am wanting to get something going on though with some points and stuff like that for other drivers. That might be in the future, but yeah. But for now, just team. Try to get a few more drivers together and get in these races and try to make something of it.
Well, when that day comes, your favorite broadcaster, shoot him a text. But is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah. First, I want to thank Jesus, the Lord. I want to thank Gordon, teammate there, my bad teammate. But I thank him for all the help. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had the run we did and stuff like that. And we did really good together, both races. Everybody, Dega Pros, the broadcast, and MMS for Kenny for doing this, for all of us guys donating and stuff. This is really good.
All right, buddy. Congratulations for a P3 and P2 finish tonight in both HGR and MMS respectfully. And next time we're going to expect the block on Gordon. We're going to expect that next time. But congratulations, buddy, on a good start to the week. We look forward to seeing how the rest of it plays out.
You got it, man.
With that being said, oh, Lord, you don't make some of this stuff up sometimes, but that is racing teammates. Of course, that's the qualifying results. We need the race results. So Gordon Spain will sweep the weekend. Well, sweep Sunday, I should say. Joseph Allen, Conso second. John Ward third. Steven Scott Jr. second consecutive top 5 finish tonight. Casey Sprinkle will come home fifth. Joshua McCullough, Richard Elliott, Jared Haynes, Cameron Craighead, Austin Herbert rounds out the top 10. McCullough, Barksdale, Waring, and Johnson. That will be the bottom half, that'll be the bottom set right there, 11th through 14th. Well, that being said, set your calendar, set your clock tomorrow night. Inspired Racing League live with the Inspired 250 to kick off Season 2 Shane Har's title defense will start officially tomorrow against the best that Inspired has to offer. And I'm going to say this, you do not want to miss it. It'll be right here, 8:40 is the projected broadcast time to start. Getting some interviews with some of the best of the best and some of the drivers looking to make an impact. As far as the rest of the week goes, HGR probably on tap for Wednesday, and then MMS, Little Dog, Big Dog, their season continues. And yeah, just mainly HGR and some MMS the rest of the week after Monday. Well, that being said, appreciate everybody for watching tonight. Congratulations are in order to Gordon Spain for sweeping Sunday night. Look forward to see how many more wins he can get later this week. And until then, see everybody tomorrow night for what should be an awesome running of the Inspire 250. I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Take it easy.